Hello and welcome to my day 29 on the ketogenic diet. First day back at home after doing 5.5 days of military training, which meant a return to old staples when it came to meals, plus a new one, though we'll get to that. Of course, first, we gotta do some body measurements. The scale was kind to me today, not a wild fluctuation like I feel like it's been doing recently. 208.4, down 0.2 from yesterday, and that marks a total of 14 pounds lost since I started. First staple meal of the day being breakfast. My favorite. Regular watchers know I love to eat some sunny side up eggs with toast and bacon. Took that idea though and added one little twist. Yeah, I've got the toast, this being the Aunt Millie's bread, which has the 1 gram of net carb per slice, but I added avocado on top of this. Just a sprinkling of chipotle chili. That added a nice bit of flavor. A little bit of cheese, then my egg, and yeah, there was bacon. This delicious little open-faced avocado sandwich, or avocado toast, whatever you want to call it. 446 calories, 36 grams of fat, 17 grams of protein, and 3 grams of net carb. Lunch, simple and straightforward, working towards finishing off that brisket from about a week ago at this point. I promise it's still good. Warmed up a nice chunk, topped with some G. Hughes barbecue sauce. Calories for this chunk of meat, 805 grams of fat, approximately 62 grams of protein, 56 grams of net carb, 2 coming from the sauce. Pecans have become such a staple of my diet just because of the last week or so that it only felt right to include them here at home. So for my snack, a little bowl of pecans. Delicious and very keto. 227 calories, 24 grams of fat, 3 grams of protein, 1 gram of net carb. And then dinner. In a way, making this dish returns to my staples because dinner has been, historically at this point, where I've had a bit of fun experimenting, trying things out with the keto diet. For this meal, that involved eggplant. Now, on a per gram basis, 100 grams of eggplant is 3 grams of carb, which is pretty good as far as vegetables are concerned. So I baked up a whole eggplant. I put in some leftover chicken tenders I'd seasoned up from about a week back, added some marinara, topped it with a ton of mozzarella. And keeping in mind, this is that dangerous mozzarella that has potato starches mixed in, and sprinkled on some herbes Provence. I don't know why I said it like that. Put that in the oven to bake. Now keep in mind, with the cheese and the eggplant, the size that it is, the sauce, there are quite a few carbs on this dish. But at this point for me, I've got 6 for the day, so I have 18 to spare right now. And I totally think it was worth it. Check out how this turned out. Very pretty, very tasty. And I went for it. I ate half of an eggplant with all those things that I put in there, which totaled 380 calories. Just 380, there's like nothing. 17 grams of fat, 33 grams of protein, and here's the keto kicker, 20 grams of net carb in that one meal. I mean, it was a lot of eggplant that I ate, and I accept that. I had the room to spare. Yes, I went over by just a little bit, but still totally worth it. Speaking of going over by a little bit, the day's totals, 1,858 calories, that's about 100 under, 139 grams of fat, math, 13 grams under the goal, 109 grams of protein, that's also 13 grams under the goal, and 26 grams of net carb. So I did go 2 over the goal there. At first, I was like, dang, I went under on fat and protein and over on carbs. My percentages are going to be way off, but it wasn't the case because I have to keep in mind those grams of net carb are so small that going over by 2 don't have that big of an impact. So percent calories from fat was 70, which is the target. Percent from protein, 24, should be 25. And percent from the carbs, 6. Of course, that should be 5. Making me feel like, despite 20 grams in one meal, I made some pretty sound choices today. I'll tell you what, it feels great to be home and to be able to open up a fridge of options and go grocery shopping and really stock up on the things that I know will get me through the day the right way within the confines of this diet. Thus, my advice to anybody watching this still questioning if they want to give it a try, pick a nice stretch where you know you're at home and you won't deal with any temptations or outside influencing factors, because it is so much easier to do it this way. That is a wrap on day 29, 31 to go, waking up to day 30 tomorrow. Love all y'all that have been following me along this way, and I hope you're sticking with me, not just for tomorrow, but for the last 30 days.